Hello everyone. So today class will be basically based on three of the homeworks that I have given you already. So I will talk about the solutions of those homeworks. Okay. So let us start. The first one was a shell burst on contact with the ground. The fragment fly in all direction with the speed up to 30 meter per second in all direction. Now a man was standing there at a distance of 45 meter, and you have to find out the time for which this man is in the danger. Okay, so we have to find out that time for which this man is in the danger. So to do that, what we are going to do, we know that our velocity is 30 meter per second, so that is the initial one, and the fragment is flying in all sides, right? Now one thing you know that the velocity can go up to 30. It is not told that is the velocity of each particle is will be, all each fragments will be 30. It is told that velocity can go up to 30. Now we know that the range is v square sine 2 theta by g. Now you know one thing very clearly, that this v square is there, so range will be maximum when v will be maximum. And so let me talk about r max. So this range, that means the how far the each of the fragment will go. So in that case r max will define that. So to make r maximum we have to use v maximum, and our theta has to be in such a order so that sine 2 theta is equal to 1. So we know the maximum value of sine theta is always, so we know that sine alpha, let's say, is having the value between 0 and 1. So if you see the graph, you will see it's kind of oscillatory function. Now that means the maximum value of sine alpha is always 1, right? So in case of the maximum range, we have to use that sine 2 theta is 1. Now instead of 1, we know that we can write this thing also. Sine 2 theta is sine, now we know when sine is 1, we know that sine 90 is 1, sine so that means pi by 2 is 1, and also sine sine 270 degrees is also 1. So because sine 90 is 1, so instead of writing 90 degree, what I can do, I can write here two solutions. Okay, so I am writing here 90 as one solution, and second one I can write also that this is sine 270 degree. So both is possible in this case, because if you use sine 270, that is sine 3 pi by 2, in that case also you will get this 2 theta equal to 1. So we have two solutions. One is sine 2 theta is equal to 90 degree, that is my theta 1. So this is theta 1, so theta 1 is 45 degree. And another one I have solution, that is theta theta 2, that is 2 theta 2 is 270 degree. So theta 2 is my 270 by 2, so that will be my 135 degree. So I have two solution here. Okay, one is in two way the range can be maximum. One is for theta 2 equal to 135 degree and theta 1 equal to 45 degree. Now because of this issue, we can see one thing, that this r can be max in two situation for single velocity. Now I am taking the velocity to be maximum, so in that case so this equation will be so I am writing these two things, that is theta 2 and theta 1 ka value, that is for which r will be maximum. So just wait, I will write it here. So I have gotten two things, that is one will be 45 degree for which range can be maximum, one is 135 degree for which again range can be maximum. So sine 2 theta will be 1 for both of them. So ultimately I will get this v square v max by g. So that is my range, and I know that this should be 45, so that the fragments reach there. Now I have to find out the time for which it is very dangerous for the man to stand there. So what I am going to do here, because I don't need to find out g or what you say your velocity or something like that, I don't have to find out. What I need to find out, I need to find out the time. So you can see one thing, the time formula is 2v sine theta by g. Now for this theta, so my v is I'm taking this 30, so v is constant for these two cases, but for this two theta, that is theta 1 and theta 2, I have two different values of sine, right? So I will have t1 for theta equal to 45 degrees, so I can write here 2 into 30 into sine 45 by g. Okay, so that will and I will also have t2, that is my 2 into 30 into sine 135 by g. Now I can take the value of g to be 10 or 9. It is given in the question, it was given in the question 10 to take, so we have to take this thing as 10. Now let us calculate this thing. So I am using a calculator, just give me a okay. So if we just calculate this thing, I know that you will not get calculator in your exam. So what you can do there, 45 degrees, you know what is the value, and you know also that 45 plus 90 is 135. So using that, that is sine 135, you can write sine 45 plus 90, so that will be converted into cos 45, and then you can find out the value. So if we find out the value, so we will get 4.24 t1, 4.24 second, and this one we will get 62 sine 135 divided by g, that is 4.24. So you can see one thing very clearly, in both of the cases we are getting same time. That means what is actually happening in real situation, you can see, if I have a fragment here and it is going in this and this direction, then in both side it can cover same range. But when it is going that side, the total angle is 135, and when it is going this side, the angle is 45 degree. And one thing you must know, that to get highest range we must put the value of theta as 45 degree. Okay, without putting the value of theta 45 degree, you will not get the possible highest range. So this was the question for this was the answer for this question, that is the time for which it will be very dangerous for the man to stay there is 4.24 second. Like it will take 4.24 second to reach that place, right? After that it will fall down. So if the man comes after this time, so there is no problem, fine. Okay, so you can see one more thing, that velocity has to be maximum. You can say that if the velocity is less than 35, because in question it was told ki up to 30. So if the velocity is less, it will not reach in a slower time, but what will happen, it will not reach that much, it will reach only this much, so the man will get saved anyway. Okay, so that's the question, that's the answer for this question, that you have to find out time like this. Okay, moving to the next question, that was a projectile is projected at an angle more than 45 degree with an initial velocity u. The time t at which horizontal velocity will be equal to vertical velocity. So you have to find out that time for which your horizontal and vertical velocity will be same. So first let me talk about horizontal and vertical velocity. So you know that in projectile motion, what we do, we split the two of our velocities into two components, right? So if my total velocity is v, so what I will do, I will split this total velocity into two components. So if I am throwing with an angle theta, so it will be v cos theta, and this will be v sin theta. So that means it will go like this, and it will drop somewhere here. Now one more thing, we know that in the horizontal direction the acceleration is 0 for general case, and if we neglect here, and g is always working only for the vertical component. So this v cos theta term is always same for all of the places, and v sin theta term changes due to g. Now let us take at time t, both will be, so let us take at time t both will be equal, that means the vertical component and the horizontal velocity component will be equal. So let us find out with t what will be the value of vertical and what will be the value of horizontal component. So you know that the vertical component is v sin theta, but with time it changes. So v sin theta changes with time, but v cos theta doesn't change with time. So and v value is same. So let us find out after time t what will be the value of v sin theta, that is the vertical component. So we can use this formula, that is v equal to u plus that one. So we know that v equal to u plus at, but in this case g is working against, so when it is going upside, g is working against the motion. So instead of plus I can write here minus, and instead of a I can then put here g, and I know that v though I have to find out, but the initial, so this is v prime, let's say. Okay, so my u is v sin theta. Why? Because the initial vertical velocity is this much. Now when the projectile is going towards the maximum point, in that time v sin theta will decrease due to g. So that means this minus gt. So this is the vertical component of my velocity of the projectile motion. Now I know that horizontal component v cos theta is not a function of t, so this is always fixed, same value. So at the time when they will be equal, so this v prime will be equal to v cos theta, that means the horizontal component. So this v prime is my v sin theta minus gt, so v sin theta minus gt is equal to v cos theta. So my time t equal to v sin theta minus v cos theta by g. Okay, so if you what you say, okay, so this is the value. Okay, we are taking only the values. So now if we put the value of theta, so what is told, the projectile is projected at an angle 45 degrees, let's say. Now if I put 45 in the both cases, you know one thing, that sine 45 is also 1 by root 2 and cos 45 is also 1 by root 2. So what you will get, you will get this minus this, so ultimately what will happen, you will get a 0. So you can see that this is very difficult situation. Why? Because t equal to 0 means at the initial point. You can see one thing very clearly, that how this result we can make physical, because let's say this was our total vector v. Now if I am making the angle 45 degree out here, and then for this triangle, see, if this is 45 degree, this will be 90 degree, so this will be also 45 degree. So that means this arm and this arm is same. So that means my horizontal component, that is v cos theta, and my v sin theta will be same when I am just launching the projectile. So that means at the initial point only v sin theta and v cos theta will be same, because if you put 45 here, this will be v by root 2 and this will be also v by root 2 for theta equal to 45 degree. So that is actually basically one of the result of it. Acha. And now using this one, we can do one more thing, that is, if my theta is not 45 but something else, we can find easily by using this method. Okay, so this was it. Let us talk about another one which was little bit confusing, I know. So the question was, it is possible to project an body with a given speed in two possible ways so that it has the same horizontal range. The product of time taken by it in two possible ways is the option is there. So how to do this math? Now you must be thinking about this scenario. That means you have seen here that my range will be same for a given v when my this sin theta will have same value but for two different theta solutions. Like here we have gotten that sin theta equal to 1 for maybe for two values of theta, that is one was 45 and one was 135. So our this problem is regarding that. So that means it is possible to throw something with given velocity. So r we know that is v square sine 2 theta by g. Now it is possible for to throw this so that in two cases we are having same range. Now we know that sine theta, here let's say 2 theta is my alpha. Okay, so I can say generally sine alpha is a function that looks like this. So you can see that the value of, I'm talking about only the value, okay, it may be negative, so if we get negative, how to connect that with our real situation is we can see. Now see one thing very clearly, that sin theta is having a value 1 here also, sin theta is having a value -1 here also, but the value that is 1, the modulus of the value 1, that is same. So in this case also it will happen, in that case also it will happen, so it will continue. But in the real life scenario we have two cases where if say this is my position, okay, 0, and if I throw the projectile like this, it will be plus r, but if I throw the projectile like this, it will be minus r, but the value, the distance between my initial position and the position of bombardment is same, that is r, in both cases. Now you can also see one thing very clearly, that the period of the function, that is sin 2 theta's value, is repeating itself after 90 degree. Why? Because see, this is 0, this is your pi by 2, just a minute, okay, so this is your pi by 2, this is your pi, and this is your 3 pi by 2. So you can see that pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2, if you subtract 3 pi by 2 minus pi by 2, you will get what you will get, 3 pi by 2 so you will get a complete pi here, right? Okay, now so sin 2 theta is there, so that means there is extra 2 is also there. So in that case what we will do, see, we know that time, formula for time is 2v sin theta by g, right? So in this case we can have two time, one is as t1, so t1 is having for theta 1, because in the question it was given that the velocity is given, so for a same velocity, so v will not change, we cannot change v, fine. Now let's say just a minute, okay, so t2 is equal to 2v sin theta 2 by g, and we have seen that for the same range we can have two different values of theta. Now r, this r, how we can write, we can write this r as like, okay, let it be, let the r be like that. Let me multiply this t1 and t2 together. So if I multiply them, t1 into t2, I will get here 2v sin theta 1 by g into 2v sin theta 2 by g. So it is 2 into 2, okay, let me write it 4, later on I will take 2. So 4v square sin theta 1 sin theta 2 by g. Now if I put here theta 1 equal to theta and theta 2 equal to theta plus 90, now you will tell me, so why you are adding theta plus 90 here? Because you can see in this case, coming back to this one, if you talk about this range r, if I put here sin 2 theta in place of 2 theta, if I write here 2 into theta plus 90, that is pi by 2, what I am getting, let me see. So v square by g is coming out, so I am getting here, so instead of this thing, if I write here, so I'll get 2 theta and pi if I multiply 2. So I have two things, sin 2 theta and plus sin pi. Now if I use this formula sine A plus B, that formula if I use, so I can write sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Now one thing is clear, you can see that my sine pi means what? Sine pi is 0, because sine 0 is 0 and sine 1 it is 0. So this total term is 0. So this term will not be here. So I can remove this term very easily. So what I am left with? I am left with sine 2 theta cos pi. Now cos pi value is -1. So I will get it is as v square by g sine 2 theta. Now you can see that again the same thing is coming. That was this. So this was a v square sine 2 theta by g, and now I am getting again v square sine, 2 is missed here, v square sine 2 theta by g. Again I am getting the same value, but minus is there. Why minus is there? Because the situation is such, if you talk about the real situation that you are seeing, this is my initial position. So if my this will be this motion, if this motion is my plus r, the range, so this motion is taken as minus r, that means it is in opposite direction. But this difference between the initial and the final impact place will be same, that is also r, this will be also r. So you can see that after, if I put here theta plus theta by theta plus pi by 2, that means for theta also and for theta plus 90 degree also I am getting the same value of r in both cases. So that was the only possible case when you will get same range. Like if you throw in that manner, that means one has to be for maximum one has to be 45 degree and another one has to be 135 degree. So there also you will see the difference is 90 degree. Okay, so now what will happen if I put here? So I can always write, instead of theta 2 I can write here theta plus 90 degree, and instead of theta 1 I can write theta, and then what I can do here, instead of sine theta plus 90 I can write here cos theta. So that will be my cos theta, because sine theta plus 90 is cos theta. So if I take 2 from this 4, so that then I can write here 2 v square by g into 2 sine theta cos theta. Now 2 sine theta cos theta is the formula for sine 2 theta. Okay, so instead of 2 sine theta cos theta we can write here sine 2 theta. So one thing you can see now, this v square sine 2 theta by g, that is, oh, one more thing I have missed here, there will be g square, right? So there will be g square. So if I take 1 g from here, so I will write here 2 r by g. So your answer for this question will be 2 r by g. So basically what I have done here, I have seen that in two of the possible way we can throw the projectile so that my range is same. So what is that possible way? If my theta is whatever is my theta 2 has to be 90 plus theta. That means the difference between my both of the projection angle should be always 90 degree. That is the only possible way to throw the projectile in such a way. Now it is not necessary that it has to be 45 and 135. It can be like this also. It can be like this also. It can be like this also. So the highest one is that. The highest one is your theta 45 and theta, so it doesn't look like 45, let it be. So this is 45 degree then, and my this angle will be 135 degree. That is the highest one. But if you throw with the less angle, that is, let's say this is theta 1, and so let's say if this is theta 1, and let's say if this one is my theta 2, so one thing is very clear, that theta 2 minus theta 1 will be 90 degree, when my range in both cases will be same. So today's class was about these three questions, and these three questions are interlinked. You can see that is my first question is also having like two projection techniques, and so that my range is same. And the next one was about velocities when they are same, and the last one is about again the projection, okay, the possible way of projection so that range is same. So that is all for today, and the quote for the next day is, we all are good boy and good girls. For girls it is, we are good girls, and for boys it is, we are good boys. Okay, so bye bye for today, and see you in my next class.